All right. Hello, hello. Okay, so a bit of context for everyone. For my Ace Attorney knowledge. Yeah, mod watchers, ignore that, ignore that. So I have played a little bit of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy about 6 years ago now. I played it with a friend who is unfortunately no longer my friend. Very, very sad. But we got up to about, I think it's called Turnabout Goodbyes, which is apparently the best one, and I left the person I was meant to be defending in jail. I'm keeping it vague for spoilers, but the thing is, I remember barely anything about Ace Attorney. I don't remember any solutions to anything. I barely remember the characters. So this is effectively a blind playthrough. And once we get to parts that I do remember, I will be pointing them out. But for now, I'm just gonna be fucking around and finding out. I'm very excited. Ace Attorney has been something that I've been wanting to get back to for a while. So let's just start a new game. I assume we just play Ace Attorney trademark? Alright. The first turnabout. Gasp. Oh shit. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Ooh, ominous. So I vaguely remember the tutorial a little bit. But I mean they do spoil who did it right at the beginning, so. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh shit, I gotta figure out my Phoenix voice. The Happy Mask Salesman. He kind of does look like the Mask Salesman, yeah. Oh, I should play Zelda games. That'd be really fun. Alright. I mean, I feel like I gotta give him like a... I mean, I could just default to my regular anime pro tag voice, but I feel like the guy we're defending is better suited for that. So, I'll do like my voice, but a little bit deeper for Phoenix, because I am him, so I'm gonna be talking as him a lot. Phoenix is generic white guy. Okay. That should help because so am I. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Oh, okay, the client. Yeah, it's him. Death, despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die? Yeah. Not so fun fact, they had to change all Phoenix's voice lines in a recent update to this port. Oh. There are voice lines? Fascinating. Are there like voice cutscenes or something? Alright, I remember this guy. Oh, the objection and take that. Understood, understood. Nick! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence, I ain't afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her, I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz. My best friend's his grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Is the judge gonna be voiced like Santa? Maybe a little bit. But I know, better than anyone, that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. This is your first trial, is it not? Making chocolate strawberries? Okay, hell yeah. I hope your strawberries are good. Man, that sounds awesome. Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Well, that's Mr. Larry Butz, sir. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Let's see. Court report? Cindy's autopsy report. Okay. Let's see. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press RB to check it anytime. I'm already ahead of you, Mia. I'm locked in. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Okay. There we go. Alright. Cindy Stone, age 22. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. I see. I already forgot. This is that famous streamer brain they all talk about. Cindy Stone. Got it. Victim's name is Cindy Stone. I guess I'm on the same wavelength as Phoenix, though, if I forgot that fast. Correct.
Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was
hit with a blunt object.
She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use RB to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand. Alright, before he does that, let's just, Alright. Thinker statue, it's rather heavy. Perfect. Okay. Prosecuted for this case. Lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Winston Payne. Likeable guys, friend, disgraceful. My boss, and a very good defense ready. Okay, okay. Is Mia like an assailant? Mia is our boss, it seems. We work for her, so I imagine she trained us to be an attorney.
Chief, what do I do now?
Yeah, Chief. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Anthony!
Huh? Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumb, she just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you would describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Alright, victim apparently arrived from Paris on 20th, the day before the murder. Gotcha. 7:30. My bad. July.
Indeed. He appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Bro, Larry deserves better than this. He does. Listen, I'd do anything for Larry. He's done nothing wrong.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I absolutely stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing the other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this!
Let's continue with the- oh, fuck, wrong voice. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motives is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Oh,
Well, did you or did you not?
well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Answer honestly. I have an idea in my head for the Edgeworth voice. I'm gonna have to see if I can execute it properly, though. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there. I went.
Order.
Well, Mr. Butz?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so like, I didn't see her.
Oh my god, what a shrill voice.
I feel like I should be pitching him higher now.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who could prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Side to the stand.
And Mr. Side, I see. Ah, the one who did it. Winston Payne is the type of guy who goes, actually, he definitely does, yeah.
Mr. Side, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Side, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Alright. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record. Awesome. Electricity in Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Checks out.
Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. Oh, what exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
The lies? What? She was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove that he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the court record with RB, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. Alright. Going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Okay. Donnie must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Okay. Well... Alright, yeah. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. Violent fright, found myself unable to go outside. Immediately. However... Okay, hang on. What do I have? One trauma, thinker. Arrived home the day before the murder. The electricity was out. Okay. To nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Man who went there was out there. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with RB. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Fuck is RB? Is there a button on the desk that I haven't seen? Had to feeling around, like, on the other side of the desk, like, looking around. And he was like, no. The RB in your head, Phoenix. Alright. Going door to door, selling subscriptions. Aha! The time of death. I see. Alright. Where's that time? No, it wasn't.
Objection!
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at, fuck. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that,
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find it hard to believe. Mr. Saw it. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Well, gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Alright. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Ain't no way. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Alright. Absolutely not. There was a blackout.
Objection!
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point.
Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sot? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Oh, wait, I remember now. Mr. Sot? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sot. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it.
Fun fact, in Japanese, Phoenix is voiced by the game's director. Oh, that's really fun. I also know that, instead of Phoenix, he's known as Naruhodo, which is my favorite Japanese word. Yeah, I find it very, very charming. It's very cute.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, and the murder weapon, the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? Oh, I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. He's so full of shit. The world's worst liar. Alright. The murder weapon was not a clock. It was a statue.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are?
He's like becoming like a fake British, which is like not like a real British at all. It's just like vaguely posh. Miles voiced by the art director. None of these have active voice actors to the 3D games. Ooh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Just answer the question, Mr. Sot. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment.
You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Sot, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw,
That's fucking crazy.
Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death! Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think through it. I better think through it carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact of which is clear if you simply... Interesting. I mean, if it's a battery-operated clock, Phoenix, you're a lawyer. It's not your job to figure out who the murderer is. It's your job to make sure that without a doubt Larry didn't do it. Yeah. He's a little overzealous, ain't he? I mean, see, part of me is like, okay, maybe it's the batteries and it stopped at 1 p.m., which is why it said the 1 p.m. time, but if it's out of batteries, then why did it even speak at all, right? Unless it's like a different thing connected to it. But, I don't know, this is a very complex statue. I don't think the neighbors are gonna be much use. Try sounding the clock? I'm gonna guess batteries. That makes the most sense to me. All you have to do is examine the batteries. The batteries are in the right way. The clock seems to be working fine. What exactly do you mean, Mr. Wright? That the clock was working fine?
Yes, and...
I'm sorry. I think I got confused back there with all those testimonies. In Ace Attorney, it's actually literally the defensive job to prove someone else is guilty 99% of the time. Yeah, because it's meant to be a commentary on Japan's legal system, right? Like, where, you know, most people will just get stuck with a guilty sentence, because it's not like a, you know, innocent until proven guilty thing. It's guilty until proven innocent. So, for Phoenix, the easiest way to prove his client is innocent is to prove someone else is guilty. Mr. Wright! I expect more from a lawyer in this court, even if it is your first day. I'm afraid I have to penalize you. Try to think things through more carefully. I think that was a scripted fail. Yes, Your Honor. As I was saying, the whole case is riding on this. I better think through it carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact of which is clear if you simply... Okay, never mind. Try sounding the clock? Let's sound the clock now, here in this courtroom. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Ooh. Oh shit, I didn't think I should read that, my bad. Well, that certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is right now?
it's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw had heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw It, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow in the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. That's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sott. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens!
You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Saw It! Mia, I mean Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw away... fuck. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that! Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, I can. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Her passport, her trip she took. The victim had just returned home abroad from the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? I said, fuck, I ruined it. Hang on. I gotta redo the line read. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ugh. Oh, holy shit, he just fucking died. A Phoenix killed him with facts and logic. Order! Order, I say! Well, this case certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty.
Let's go! Woo! Yippee! Wahoo!
And with that, this court is adjourned.
You love to see it. It turns out that Frank Sod was a common burglar. He posted a newspaper salesman to check to see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sod let himself in to do this dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sod grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Damn. I won my first case. I feel pretty good. I feel, obviously this is the tutorial case, so I don't feel very smart. I feel like a toddler could have solved this case. But I do feel like I've made progress towards something real, which is Edgeworth. I'm excited to see Edgeworth. August 3rd, 2:23 p.m. at District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew. I still can't believe I won. Right! Good job in there! Congratulations! Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all! You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over!
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Aw, Nick! Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good, wait, no, I mean bad! Bad! Larry, you're innocent! The case is closed!
But my Sinuini's gone, man! Gone forever!
Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever! Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat!
Larry, you can correct her on your name. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. He's so talented.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry?
Larry... Are you so sure?
Squeeze me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The clock, dumbass. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive that you weren't some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock that you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Yay, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am, thanks!
I hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Ooh. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Hell yeah! We finished the first turnabout. Alright. Let's get a save going. Oh. Perfect. Alright. Our first case done. to be honest, I didn't remember much of the details of that case. Yeah, and I mean, there wasn't really, like, much to spoil. I mean, it's a very straightforward tutorial case. It does a pretty good job of getting you into the mechanics and stuff, introducing you to the characters. Very, very fun. With that, we're gonna take a little quick break. Just a little commercial break between chapters, and we will be right back.